forecast.
According to the CDC, autism affects an estimated 1 in 36 children in the United States. Indicators show that those numbers are increasing, especially in minority communities.
Many of those children are now adults with complex needs. Andy Hubble runs Achieving My Best Life, a charity that helps families navigate the complexities of education, work, and housing for families with children who have cognitive challenges. He is also the executive director of Weston Bridges, an independent living facility for high-functioning adults with cognitive challenges, in which Paul Conrad is a partner.
Andy joins us this morning from Aurora. Andy, thanks for being with us.
Larry, Robin, good morning.
You know, those numbers are pretty staggering. Have they gone up over the years, or are we just finally starting to figure out how to diagnose someone who has autism and someone who does not?
That's a fair question, and I think it's a little bit of both, right? I think back when, I'll say when I was in school and some of the years after that, you know, some of these behaviors that you see that are a direct identifier for someone with autism were identified as being behavioral issues, you know. So I think as time has gone on and we've come better at identifying some of those basic indicators, I think we've been better off indicating who's on that spectrum and in what category they fall into, and therefore I'd be able to identify what supports they need.
Yeah, let's look at that list, because I think parents who are of our generation did not grow up with this. And so it makes sense that you just say, well, he's just being difficult or she's just being difficult. Let's go through this list, Andy.
Yeah, I think this is a critical one, and particularly in older adults and older children and younger adults, because it does look like, as you read these, that they could be behaviorally based. But when you start looking at some of those social indicators and those communicative indicators that are on this list, you know, few or no friends, tend to isolate, don't have weekend activities or weekend plans, easily frustrated, emotional meltdowns that look like a behavioral issue. But you have to realize that unless identified, how are we giving them coping skills to deal with that frustration, right?
Yeah.
So unless they have a different set of tools and tools that are really applicable to their disability, the only thing it looks like is like an outburst.
So it's
yes.
interesting that, you know, if you miss those signs when the children are younger, I'm assuming in severe cases it would be a little more obvious to parents, but these, you know, on the spectrum is so wide, do people feel like, oh, well, they're an adult now, maybe, you know, they're fine. Nothing needs to be done. They've functioned as is for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it doesn't change just because you get older. I mean, if you think about how we learn and all of our pedagogical needs, meaning how we learn, whether you're neurotypical or neurodiverse, that doesn't change as you age. You know, you still have that same learning style, and that's why some of those, when we were talking about some of those interventions and some of those supports and what they look like, those can be lifelong supports, and you know, which is something that we really focus on, you know, in the programming that we do and what Amble Achieving My Best Life supports.
Yeah, and I would imagine early intervention is key. So let's take a look at the list for the younger children. Things like hypersensitivity to noise or different images, avoiding eye contact. These are things lacking of empathy. This is the
one we just had up for the older adults.
So I don't know if we have a list of the other one.
So the other one.
Yeah.
Right.
But the hypersensitivity and the avoiding eye contact, I think, would you say are keys for younger kids, for parents to look for?
They absolutely are. And I would also include extending conversations, because a lot of times some of the things we point out and what we looked at in my years in special education is when you greet somebody, you know, good morning, Larry, and Larry looks back at me and says, good morning. And I say, how are you? Fine. Larry walks away. Doesn't extend the conversation by saying, fine, how are you? That's also an indicator, is that they're not, it goes with that empathy piece, and they're not engaging in the conversation. They're basically just responding to the conversation and not extending it. So I would say I would add that one as a third primary for the younger aged autism identification. But I would also look at the tests that were on the list. I don't know if you can put those up.
Yeah, so I think we have something up right now. Actionbehavior.com is where you can take a test if you feel like your child might be on the spectrum.
Yeah, the CAST test, as it's called, the Childhood Autism Spectrum Test, is a very basic, very simple one. But we have to make sure that parents understand what they're looking for when they take that test. So that's why I think it's really important to go to the Action Behavior Center website, educate yourself a little bit on what autism does look like. What does Asperger's look like? How does it differ? You know, the spectrum as a whole, and then take that test. I wouldn't just arbitrarily hop online and say, oh my gosh, we need to try this, because without some basic context of what the test identifies,
right,
you're just throwing spaghetti on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Well, the fundraiser is tomorrow night. The charity is called Achieving My Best Life. It's at 7 o'clock in Morgan Arts Complex in Bridgeport. You can check out achievingmybestlife.networkforgood.com for more information. Andy, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Andy.
All right, Larry, Robin, thank you very much.